You're listening to this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. It would greatly benefit the show. Hello and welcome to Movie Bitters with the Farx brothers. I'm Kirk.
And I'm Kyle.
And we're joined with Kevin McMahon, actor and... God, I always get this wrong. Actor and known online as Polygeekism.
There you go, Polygeekism.
Nerd of nerds.
Yes. Yeah, like
We're
an
talking
orgasm, but a geek orgasm. Geekism. Polygeekism.
This is the
He has a particular...
Tron area spoilers. Go ahead. Why wasn't Jared Leto a good robot?
First I gotta tag up on his joke. You're telling me the guy who's got the show Masturbators with the Farx brothers has a certain type of humor? What was the impression I was doing before we went live? If they let you do it. He's not a good robot because when he stops for the car and looks at the kid, it seems like in the movie they're trying to tell you, oh, Ares it's like his save the cat moment with the child in the back of a car. And it's like, no. First of all, Jared Leto is creepy to women, creepy to children. Young women, he has been very creepy to.
Uh-huh.
I know this child in the back of the car is like 2 or 3, whatever. And like just a robot doesn't give a shit. It would just cut through the car. It cut through, but it doesn't care about a police car versus a sedan with a child in the back. So it's stopping for that car unless you can make some sort of argument like, well, it had to stop for reasons that like.
Well, he's becoming more human, quote unquote, whatever the hell. He's learning.
Why? This is right. This is right at the beginning. He's not becoming more. He's full on murder bot right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be a writing problem.
Might
not
be.
necessarily a.
Jared Leto isn't. Well, he's a producer, so the producer's job is to come in and say, "Hey, I don't think a murder bot would care about this. It has a mission. It will go through a baby." To complete that mission, as robots will in the future potentially. I'm just imagining like a Terminator ripping a baby apart. Like that's if a Terminator movie started that way, that'd be metal as fuck. What?
So ripping a baby apart. Wow.
Yeah.
I think it can never start that way.
What?
A Terminator movie can never start with Terminator ripping a baby apart.
Jurassic Park starts with a baby being eaten in a crib by the little raptors in the book because Michael Crichton.
There's a difference between the book and the movie.
Well, the
movie,
the book's better. It's the little girl that runs off and gets eaten by the little guys.
Off screen though.
That's the Lost
World.
Yeah, the second one.
That wasn't the first? Oh, that
No.
is. Yeah.
Because in the first one, it's just scientists getting eaten.
They're archaeologists, and I'm gonna gut you with this hook.
Because like Spielberg was all like, killing kids. I mean, it's still like we wanted to make money, and like there's.
Well, I don't remember what point in this movie is he. He's already researching about the girl, right? The lady he's chasing. I forget her name in the movie.
Greta Lee's character.
Yeah.
Eve Kim. Yes.
Yeah, so he's kind of, I don't know, isn't he like filling out feelings in some way already? That's why he maybe stops? Or is he not?
I'm going to be really lame and say I'm taking AI courses on like through my phone with the older daughter because I got them for myself and then I saw they had a course for juniors. So I do one for me a day and one with her. And one of the things that it is emphasizing at the base level is that a computer cannot feel, it can't understand. It can't see a picture of the sun and feel hot. It only understands that is the sun. It can identify the sun. And it identifies that by showing it thousands of pictures of suns. And then when you show it a new picture of the sun, it compares it to enough of those to go, that's a sun.
Yeah, but immediately before that scene, Jared Leto recognizes rain and he has some kind of moment with the rain going on outside.
They used again that's trying to humanize digital code that's been animated, which is dumb.
So that's why I would say that he is attempting to be a bit more human.
I mean,
because Athena does the same thing. She's like right before she dereses.
Yep. So actually, it's funny you mentioned the sunlight thing. Mm-hmm. Because the very end of Tron Legacy, I know I'm going back to that film again, but...
You loved it. It's okay. We get it.
So earlier in the film, Sam tells Cora, and he tries to describe what the sun feels like.
The generic white guy tells Olivia, the director,
Wilde.
Olivia.
Yep.
Wilde, thank you. I remember Jobs They Do, first name. Sorry to the Reginas from a couple episodes back.
Right.
So he tries to describe to her what the sun feels like because she's a computer program that grew out of nothing. Supposedly, in the end of the film, they're riding on a motorcycle and it's sunrise, and she gets hit. She feels the sun for the first time in like a fleshy body.
Oh,
so like it. I'm trying to just point out that like Legacy addresses such a problem in terms of like computers and feeling real. And I think to your point, Kirk, that like, yeah, he feels rain. He's like, that's really freaking weird because I've never felt something before.
Yes, it has. It has sensors that when it sees something, it's just taking an image, breaking it down to ones and zeros. That's it. When rain is falling on it, it just has, touch sensors that go, oh, I am receiving data all over my body.
Yeah.
That is different. It's not feeling anything. It can't develop feelings.
We don't know that.
Well, okay, sorry, Clankers.
The story wants us to think that it's developing feelings.
When I'm being marched off to the robot gulag by the Clankers, this might be why.
Goddamn.
I'm sorry. I always thought you were the best, Clankers.
Are your nerves also not just sending electrical signals?
Yeah.
I have a soul, sir.
Whoa.
I'm a child of God.
That's not for this podcast.
What? You don't think I have a soul?
No.
I don't think souls exist.
You don't think souls exist?
No.
So you think we're all flesh bags that we're animated stardust that comes and goes and
Yeah, and when we die, that's it.
I know a lot of people feel that way. Do you believe in any sort of like things that we can't understand, like a greater powers, or like could there be a greater entity than us out there? A higher form of being, or a fifth dimension.
One that controls everything?
Not that. No, that's not what I said.
Okay.
Not like a Christian God or other major religion God/gods.
I mean, in theory, I could say if like a fifth dimensional being, like something like that. Like, sure, I could accept that idea that it's possible, but in the same vein of. Do we live in a simulation, right?
The odds tilt towards yes.
Yes,
maybe,
but there's no way to prove it either way, and through my lived experience, it doesn't matter.
Through my lived experience?
Yeah, through the way I move through the world and experience the world.
You're a social justice warrior with a lightsaber. But if you stick around for the interview...
Wow. Jeez.
It doesn't matter if this is a simulation or not, right? So
it does matter because Jared Leto is a bad person and should not be leading major fucking movies anymore. That's pretty simple.
I agree.
Right and wrong exists, okay?
Totally not going to argue that.
Well, where does right and wrong come from? And where does the idea of like when something lives start for you?
Wait, but what do you mean where right and wrong comes from?
Well,
that's human nature?
If we're going to agree to live in a society, which is the way
I'm the Joker standing on the car. We live in a society. That's not what happens in Joker, or does. Maybe you haven't seen that movie.
I don't think. I think it's easier to. You don't need any kind of enlightened guidance to figure out what's better for more people.
Yeah.
You don't
What's good for the group. Like you could, I know you can take that down to trolley problems, and we could do all sorts of stuff, but I think that it should be pretty obvious to me that if I want to live and I want the people I care about to live and be happy, murder is bad.
Why?
Because if murder's good for me, that means it's good for somebody else, and it will affect me somehow.
I mean, you're taking a life. Murder is bad. How is it not?
Well, what's a life if because that's kind of what Tron is getting into. Like, where does life begin if the animated computer program that's now in the physical reality after coming out of the digital reality, and I guess in the Tron universe, you've kind of reminded me of Legacy, which I haven't seen in 15 years. I don't do that much homework for this podcast. It is an interesting concept that a digital thing becomes seemingly new life. But they don't grapple with that at all in this movie. They basically
they tease it at the end.
To me, that's one of the things that somewhat saves this movie for me as a Tron fan, is in the third act, they connect it to Flynn, they connect it to Cora, at the very end, and they kind of connect it to, you know, that digital versus non-digital life discussion somehow, right? You know, that's the whole point of Ares and his arc, but like it really kind of comes to fruition at the end.
What do you think Ares' arc is?
Well,
Becoming
he's
human?
trying to learn what being alive is or being human is, right?
Yeah.
And like, it feels very stale to me until they kind of tie it up at the end, especially with Flynn pointing out that, you know, living isn't about the permanent part of it. It is that it has an expiration. Like that's the part that makes life worth it. Like that's essentially
what makes it special.
what Flynn ends up saying when he goes and he asks about the permanence code, and he's like, "Oh, that's a really weird way to put that. Like life isn't about being permanent."
Well, doesn't he say then that you only get one shot? So like the permanence code is like, it's basically like eternal beings trying to become mortal. Like, isn't that somewhat what Ares is? Because Ares is a god in mythology, the god of war, and this computer program that is being used for war, corporate war between two entities, Wayland and Yutani. I don't remember the names of the company. Encom and...
was it just Dillinger Systems?
Yeah,
Or something?
Dillinger, yeah,
something.
Encom and Dillinger.
Yeah.
And Dillinger's in the first movie, correct?
He's in all three. Well, there is a Dillinger in all three.
Is the Dillinger in Legacy like the one that creates the copy of Flynn?
No. Nope. That's at the very end. That's Sam. That's Sam Flynn.
No, isn't there like? I'll put it in the way that I understood it. There's Jeff Bridges, and then there was evil Jeff Bridges in Legacy.
Yeah, Clue. Jeff Bridges creates Clue.
Yeah, Clue
He
is a
created-
copy of himself.
Yeah.
He made the copy. Told him to make a perfect system. He was making a perfect
Yeah.
system. He saw the ISOs. The ISOs are not perfect, so he genocided the ISOs
Buzz
and
Lightyear.
took over.
It's the same
Buzz
plot
Lightyear?
as what happens in Lightyear, the Buzz Lightyear movie.
Oh, okay.
Did you not see Lightyear, the Buzz Lightyear movie?
I did not sit through it. I let my kids sit through that one.
I enjoyed that movie because it's that's one that bombed and they tried to blame it on wokeness or something.
Sure.
But it was too hard sci-fi in my mind. Like there's a concept in that movie where the way time starts moving very quickly, it's a little bit like Interstellar or the beginning of Valerian. Have you ever seen the movie Valerian? It's based on a 70s...
Very cool looking.
Yes.
That's all I got.
That is the secret movie we are watching in the
that-
1 year anniversary. We didn't reveal that?
Yeah, we didn't reveal that though right now.
Okay, so thanks for staying with us. I saw someone listen to that episode recently, or multiple people, I don't know. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right, because they can go back and listen to old episodes. Please do. We love you, linear listeners and people who go back. I always like to make sure the listeners know I care about them. I'm not just talking in the garage with my friends.
Well, they're not just listeners anymore. We're on video, so you gotta. Isn't it something else? Watchers, audience,
They're visual baiters.
visual readers.
VBs, visual baiters. We have linear listeners. We have the linear listeners. They've been with us. And now we've got the visual baiters who watch us bait.
So why do
live.
they tease that at the end? I don't get. Like, is he go ask her more?
He's gonna go
about-
find the other like
Cora.
robot that became a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And so, number one, it feels lazy because it's a retread of the same idea to me from Tron Legacy.
It definitely is,
Yeah.
and they tell you that.
Yeah, and that's what's very disappointing to me as a Legacy fan, because like they set some stuff up that could be cool, that's already trying to explore this idea of digital life becomes real, and then we just do the same thing, but get rid of all the characters that were in the last one. Don't spend any time in the grid, which is the coolness factor of Tron.
Yeah.
You've described why Lightyear didn't work in the marketplace. It's like, okay, we're getting rid of Woody and Bo Peep. Fuck all that. It doesn't even take place in that universe. This is the movie that this is based
Right,
on.
like-
It's too complicated. We're going to retread ideas.
Somebody probably pitched an original idea, and they said, no, let's attach Buzz Lightyear to that.
Well, I think that happened with this movie too.
Well, technically there was to be a sequel to Legacy, but then that got canned.
Yes,
Yeah.
So the director, Joseph Kaczynski, so he was originally tagged to do Tron Ascension, which was supposed to start production in 2015 sometime. That never happened, and then a couple years ago, it's happening again. It's like, whatever. I didn't care until it showed up.
Yeah, that's how I felt about this movie. And then even while it was there, I was like, I'm not sure I care.
It was fun in theaters, but...
When I was vibrating, yes. And the 3D was coming at me. And I woke up from the little nap I took the first time. Sorry.
I went back and I watched Legacy on Monday with my kids. And the thing that immediately stood out to me was like the quality and the level of production in, especially the cinematography.
In Legacy.
Because
more stuff is real?
No, but the real stuff is also really good. So the first part of the movie is in real life. I believe most of that was in Vancouver is where they did most of that filming. Doesn't really matter, but I know way too much about that film. But
because you like it. Now you're the guy that does, and somebody has to.
That's true.
You and Joseph Kosinski. Did you like F1?
I haven't seen that one yet.
What the fuck? That's like one of his best movies.
But that's the thing. So I go back and I started to look at, I was like, okay, why does this look so different, right? And not only is the cinematography feels better, a lot of the scenes like let you sit in the scene for a couple seconds and see what the hell's going on before it actually gets into the scene.
Is that movie longer than 2 hours?
No, they're about the same length. Okay. And I'll get to the reason why I think they feel different.
Okay.
And again, one of it's kind of the movie making aspect, and I think that the visual style in Tron is well executed. Whether you like it or not, right?
It's a great music video.
I think it's very well executed, and you can say that about a lot of Joseph Kosinski films. I think, like visually, he uses the same director or the cinematographer for his films. So like, clearly they have a way that they want a movie to look and feel. It's kind of Denis Villeneuve light.
Yeah, I would call it more like
in both like not quite the extreme technical achievements, but still clean and cohesive, and also not very challenging plot-wise, story-wise.
Well, Denny can have the crew move around to catch the sun in not the most logical way for just production, but just to catch natural sunlight on Dune Part 2. Whereas when Joseph Kosinski is filming an actual F1, he is sub to F1. So it's like, I have to figure out how to make this work with a lot of constraints.
Yeah. So I went back and looked then. So like Joseph Kosinski, his films, Top Gun Maverick, F1, Tron Legacy, Oblivion, another Tom Cruise, that stylistically is very, very cool, sci-fi, and well done.
The guy who wrote that lives around here.
Yeah?
In the Twin Cities, yeah.
Nice. And so Claudio Miranda is his cinematographer he uses. Did all those films, but also did Life of Pi, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Tomorrowland.
So you did Fincher. Fincher does change up his DPs, doesn't he?
And then I guess maybe I didn't know this about DPs. Lots of commercials and music videos.
Yeah, because you need to make money.
Yeah. I mean, it made sense eventually because I went and looked at Ares. So the director, Joachim Roning is the last name.
Roning? Okay, yeah.
Yep. The three major, directorial things he has: Pirates, Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Oh, 5.
Yeah. I didn't watch it.
With Javier Bardem, where he's like constantly drowning in the entire movie.
Young Woman in the Sea and Maleficent.
Interesting because Javier Bardem, I think it's Javier Bardem, he's in that and he's in F1. And
is he?
He's the more interesting, it's like a charismatic Olympics between him and Brad Pitt. Because Brad Pitt is always like, when he's, putting on the whole show, he's one of the most charismatic guys out there.
Yeah.
And then you got Javier Bardem showing up and he's doing his whole thing and wearing better, he's better dressed the whole time because the other guy's
he's the team owner.
He's the team owner.
Or
he owns
like,
the team.
He's
doesn't he?
the owner, but he reports to a board.
Sure.
He's like
Yeah.
the CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah. And both interesting roles for him. I much prefer F1, even though he's playing second banana to BP.
Second banana? Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Second
He's
banana.
like, he's not the
Have
name
you
of
ever
the
eaten
title.
2 bananas in a row?
No, I
The
only have
second
one.
one's not as good.
That's why I stick with one. Yeah.
When I see my kids eat 2 bananas, I do feel good though, because it's like it's
Potassium?
good calories. Yeah, good calories. It's not fruit snacks. Oh goddamn.
A peanut butter spoon.
I mean, peanut butter's got good protein.
My kids, I find spoons in their room sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
When my oldest, he was 6.
Oh well, that's for the heron.
When he was 6, I found a jar of peanut butter, and he hadn't even removed like the foil top. He had just gone straight through the top of it.
Wow.
Real hungry.
Protein, man, they need it. They're young.
But yeah, so like Ares, it's Ronan who doesn't have a long history, and then Jeff Cronenworth, who was Gone Girl, Social Network, and a girl with a dragon tattoo. And so I was kind of surprised because
That's 2 Fincher DPs?
yeah.
Okay.
But not only that, like clearly he's done good movies. Cronenworth has. Because I don't think Ares is shot particularly well. It has that problem of everything's a shortcut. We're really up close. So there's just like we don't even get a lot of medium shots. It's just like we're running through the city and everything's up close. And then the only time we slow down to get any backstory on a character is when he's weaving in and out of traffic.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
So like we can't even slow down
I
to
think-
get character story.
I turned to Kirk when we were watching that the first time. And I said, "What did they say? AI prompt, right?
Exposition.
Exposition." Yeah.
So I think that's to me the pacing is the biggest problem with Ares. And
I gotta watch Legacy now because like I watched Ares again and I was like, this isn't as bad as I felt it was.
so the discourse with Legacy I have found is that some people find it slow. Because there are kind of the big set pieces, but there's kind of a lot of walking and talking at times in between the set pieces.
It all depends on what that is, and I just don't remember it very well.
Yeah,
'Cause it's like a kid trying to find his dad, and then he like falls in love with the
essentially,
robot girl.
Not that so much, but it's
He
trying
does
to
fall in love with her, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
Not
falls in love with Cora.
really. I mean,
don't they?
They connect, but like they don't kiss.
Yeah.
They don't like.
You know,
it's
he doesn't
not-
kiss in her. He doesn't kiss Scarlett Johansson.
She never has a physical body. That's why.
They kind of
One problem.
they hint at it, but it's not. It doesn't end up that way like it would feel in a stereotypical film.
Sure.
But I think that Legacy, what it does, and even the original Tron, it focuses mainly on Sam Flynn, the son. Most of the movie just follows his perspective, right? We get a little bit of shifting to Clue, who's the main bad guy, who's also kind of a son of Kevin Flynn,
He's progeny.
the dude. But it's like we see what he's doing just to figure out what he's going to do next, but then we go back to Sam. And we meet Cora, we see his dad, but we don't see them really independently of him. It's basically him the whole time. Ares tries to follow Eve and Dillinger and Ares and tries to give them all a story at the same time, and there's not enough time for that in 2 hours.
I don't know what extra I need to see from them. Like, I really got enough from Dillinger, the grandson Dillinger. And I'm kind of curious where he ends up as, like, a reverse of the human now in the digital world.
But it's also shallow, right? Like, he's a good actor. I can't remember his name right now.
Evan Peters.
Yes, Evan Peters. He's a good actor. And I think that if you made it more just Dillinger and Ares, so, like, he's fighting more with his program that he's wanting to work the way he wants and get more of his character. I think that's the only way to do it in 2 hours, I think.
How do you feel about this? What if they switch Jared Leto with Evan Peters? Like, they switch
And
characters.
have him be the robot?
Have Evan Peters be the robot who's, like, trying to become a real boy. And
It would still be I don't know if the acting is the problem. It's the story. It's how it's written. Like, I didn't believe.
I don't
really
see,
know why
like-
he wants to be a human. Or Why become mortal? Yeah.
Yeah, I would argue. I would argue against that.
See, but that's the same. But that's part of the same problem. They try and do both. All three of them. They try and do Dillinger, Kim, and Ares. All of their exposition in the first 5 minutes of the film. We see Ares beat up computer programs, and he's done it for thousands of cycles.
I remember distinctly somewhere around, I was clocking it 100 minutes. Nah, it was, anyways, where Ares turns to Eve and it's like, oh, you thought you were inferior because you designed video games, and your sister was, it's like, hey, let me explain your character motivation. It's like, oh my God. And so, like, dialogue, piss poor in this movie. I don't know that I'm agreeing on the pacing thing, because I didn't want to go watch this movie a second time, but to have this conversation, I needed to have it fresh in my mind. So, like, I did. And opening night, I was like, oh, this is fun, and it was fun.
Opening night.
So, I look at it more from, I am directly comparing it to Tron Legacy.
You should.
Not that I want a beat for beat remake, although I will defend The Force Awakens is pretty peak Star Wars for me.
That's because you, as a polygeekist or geekism, are basic.
I'm okay being basic sometimes.
You are the most basic. If I have to watch one of those 3 movies in the sequel trilogy, Last Jedi every time. I know several people don't agree with it. Yes, because it's the one where like they democratize the Force.
Yeah, but The Force Awakens is a much easier watch.
No, it is not.
Yeah,
it is.
I don't have a problem with TLJ if it was a standalone film.
They're all standalone. Look, is Ares a standalone movie? I would argue it should be. Like, I kind of went into this going, I don't remember Legacy. I'm not going to rewatch the first one. Nick didn't want to be here because he didn't want to watch the first 2 movies, and then come into this, and I was like, for a good movie, you shouldn't have to do that, especially a Legacy-sequel soft reboot. This is a requel, okay?
Yeah, but does it count as a reboot if they reintroduce the characters at the end, like Korra? Like, she exists in the world.
That's the equivalent of, we're not going to show you the Hulk becoming the Hulk. We're just going to go, he's already been the Hulk for a while. And maybe that 2003 movie happened, or maybe it didn't.
Oh, no, wait,
but now we're just building
hold on.
off of it in
Which 2003? Are we talking about Eric Bana, or we're talking
Eric
about...
Bana,
No, Eric Bana definitely did not happen.
Yeah,
no, because they said at the time, the people who were marketing and selling Incredible Hulk after Hulk 5 years prior go, this is a requel. It's not a sequel. It's a requel. So, like, if you like that movie, come see our movie. If you didn't like that movie,
but Captain America and Brave New World does mention Harlem, which takes place during the Incredible Hulk.
Right, what I'm saying is that Incredible Hulk is technically part of the MCU.
Yeah.
Hulk is not, yes.
But
right.
Eric Bana is not.
But also, the Hulk is owned by...
Universal?
Yeah, Universal. So,
really?
That's why they can't do a standalone Hulk movie with Disney, because, hey man, Marvel was going under in the 90s, okay?
Yeah.
The time when you were just loving male-gazy type movies, and actually all of Joseph Kosinski's like movies are 90s movies. Like, I know Top Gun is 86, but late 80s, close enough to the 90s. Yeah, and then like F1 is like, this is the exact kind of movie that Brad Pitt would have made in 1995.
So it's what Days of Thunder, just with F1 cars.
Yeah. Well, and like the old hat coming back to rear a youngin who's gotten too cocky with cars.
Cars, yeah.
No, it's Cars.
Oh,
Cars,
the movie
the Disney
Cars.
movie,
Yeah, it does do that, doesn't it? F1 is the plot of the movie Cars.
F1 is Cars. Got it.
Yeah, because Paul Newman would be Brad Pitt and Owen Wilson would be the black guy. Was he an actual racer or was he an actor? I don't know F1.
I believe he's an actor. He's not an F1 racer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure there were some that made appearances in the film, but he was not one.
Joseph Kosinski said that Brad Pitt really knows his way around one of those F1 vehicles.
Well, he didn't even drive it, right?
I don't know. I wasn't on. That's not this one. I mean, Jared Leto doesn't know how to code, so.
Again, and I've been in the Tron Reddit, like seeing the discourse, and there are people that like the pacing because, again, if you're just there for an action film, there isn't a big problem with it. The thing I was alluding to earlier is they're in that third act, and Eve Kim's fighting with Athena and everybody else, and everything's blowing up, and then we cut to Old Grid when he's just walking with Flynn.
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah.
I love
like
that.
Whiplash.
That was such a tonal shift that, like, yeah, man,
but it's like it's so jarring. It's funny.
I think they intended it that way.
They might have, but it just and then because like Jeff Bridges can do the serious, but like there's depth to it.
Gravitas.
Yes. Jared Leto, especially as Ares, does not have that. So like, and again, that's why I think he played a pretty good robot, because he felt like a robot.
He got famous at what, like 16, 17 or something like that, Jared Leto? So he's probably stuck at that. That's why he hits on women that age. And just
wait, what are you saying?
Fuck you, Jared.
He's stale, he's mechanical?
No, this is something they say about celebrities, is that if you get famous at a certain age, you basically stay that age. We talked about this after, the three of us, after we saw Top Gun Maverick, where you said something to the effect of people who go into the service kind of stay the age they came into the service at.
Wow.
It does not make you mature. If you don't, there's not a lot of levers there. And that's a deeper conversation, but yes, it's not a maturity thing at all.
Well, you're saying people, and this isn't to like denigrate our troops and thank you for your service and all that, but it's more like you don't come in and like learn to be a man by being in the military.
If you don't seek them out, you don't learn life skills, and that's why you hear all sorts of people have financial debt coming out of the military because they bought a car with 15% interest because that's what the place would give them. It used to be a joke when I was in, what car were they all buying? It was like a Dodge Charger.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love Dodge Chargers because Vic Mackey drove one toward the end of The Shield. I know Vic Mackey's a bad guy, but the Dodge Charger looked cool.
But the joke was that, like, yeah, the airmen at the dorms, bought a $25,000 Charger that has 150,000 miles on it at a 17% interest rate. Like,
yeah,
it's not a good deal.
Like that's the kind, and they make it through it because their housing is paid for, the food is paid for, they still get a paycheck, so like they can survive that. But they don't, it's an immature place. I worked with a lot of people who were at the time closer to my age now that, it was kind of a mess.
They hadn't matured, you're saying?
No.
Even though they were older, because the service itself didn't teach the life skills.
It can be like a fraternity at times, right? Like you hear some of the bad stuff that comes out of military places, but like here's the way I put it. You take a bunch of people that generally haven't lived in the world. They're just out of high school. You take them from
Jared Leto in the movie.
You take them from all over places in the country, and then you stuff them all in a place that they don't know, where they don't know anybody.
The real world. We're just getting real.
But there's
Remember that show?
And young people get together and they party and they do those kind of things, but you're putting all these people that don't have any of that experience all together, and they all have to somehow figure it out on their own.
Damn.
At the same time, while also being a late teenager, early 20-year-old, with all the other things that brings along with it too. So there's certainly things that, the military could do better in helping guide those people. And some people are still going to fall off the rails just like anywhere else.
It's like, hey, our public schools aren't necessarily getting better, but not that I'm comparing the military to public school, but they are both government-run institutions that, yeah.
Sorry. Quite a leap.
I'm making leaps left and right. She's reading Frankenstein at one point in this movie. Did you guys catch that?
She was reading Frankenstein?
The sister that died was in one of her memory things reading the book.
I don't think it was that. Oh, because Dillinger essentially creates Ares, and Ares is Frankenstein's monster. Is that the analogy they're going with?
Sure. And Athena, the actress who played Athena, kind of shows why Jared Leto's bad at being a robot.
Because she does a better job as being a robot. Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. And like when she gets on the like transformer plane thing, that's cool. That thing's cool. Is that unique to this movie? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's definitely.
They had kind of wingsuity things in Tron Legacy.
Okay.
I thought it was like an actual plane though.
Well, when they first jump off, they've got the like dragonfly wing things that are kind of like parachutes.
Oh, like they have in Dune. Oh wait, like parachutes?
Yes, that's in Legacy.
Okay.
There's a part where the bad guys all jump off this tower and they kind of have they stay in one position, but they're like orange translucent dragonfly wings that they kind of use as a glider.
Oh,
but
cool.
yeah, the other ones you're talking
flap?
about. No, they don't flap.
Oh, because they flap in Dune. I gotta watch Legacy again.
There are people that like it because it's fast, but I don't like it because I'm expecting at least a little bit more story-wise.
Yeah.
Out of a Tron movie for me. I don't want wall-to-wall action, and if you're going to do it in the grid where it's cool. Not just another downtown street that's been killed by or destroyed by 15 other, blockbuster movies.
Have you seen Westworld Season 3?
Nope.
It reminded me a lot of Westworld Season 3, the third act of this movie. I own 1 and 2.
But
I
not
don't
3?
own 3. Yeah, I would.
Don't they eventually go out of the park, right? They go into the real world?
And that's in 3. Because in 1, they figure out how to kind of get out of the park, and then in 2, you see the other parks you can go to.
Oh.
And then the 3, they're outside the park.
Well, would you want another sequel or another Tron movie? Given how this one is?
I mean, I would like more Tron. I think continuing or doing like a cartoon series or an animated series like Tron Uprising, I think that might be a better forum for it. Because to do the grid like they did for Legacy or even in this one, like it's really expensive. I understand that. It's less now with like the projection stuff, but in Legacy, one of the cooler like sets is Kevin Flynn's house, where they have the white tile floor that's all lit up, and if they would nowadays they're going to do that digitally, it's not going to look the same.
Not necessarily. It would depend. Like when Athena's plane crashes into was it NCOM?
The office building.
Yeah, office building. It looked like a practical thing hitting practical things.
Yes, but it's not a practical thing that looks like it lives in a digital world. That's what I'm kind of, the comparison, like in terms of like building a set and the sets that they did for Legacy, because there is a lot of it that's 100% digital. But there's also spaces that in Ares, when they go in and he's talking to Kim and then Athena and the other, bad guy bots come in and like time's up. Some of that set looks maybe real and physical, but it.
Are you talking in the digital world?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, when they go in the grid, it gets caught and read something. What would
There's
you call
a
that?
set there that's augmented by digital.
Right.
Yeah.
And I still think that. I hope some filmmakers are learning less is more for the all digital. Because sure, we like watching big explodey things, but I also know that it's not real. Like you're not even trying to trick me that it's real.
The point of Tron is that they're in an unreal place, the digital world.
Yes, and then Ares spends 75% of the movie not in the digital world. Yeah. Like again, so like for me, for a Tron movie, it doesn't live up to the other two. If you're not super attached to the idea of Tron,
I'm not. I've never watched the first one and never plan to, because people that like it tell me it's not very good unless they saw it as a child.
Yeah, it's for me. If you like technical history of filmmaking, it's pretty cool that they did that in 1982.
Yes.
Yeah.
To make it look so otherworldly with the available technology. So for a film historic standpoint, and if you're into that side of it, I think it's worth a watch. If you're not if you don't really care, like if you've seen Tron Legacy and you don't really care about the Tron world, going back and watching that's probably going to be pretty boring.
I'm trying to think about. I want to bait you on the the film legacy and like the advancement of technology and that sort of thing. Like where I think I would push back on it isn't 82 the same year that Blade Runner came out? I think 82 or 85. It's an 80s movie.
I'm not sure.
And so my point is just that like I would rather watch Blade Runner any day of the week than the original Tron.
Sure.
And then I'd rather watch Blade Runner 2049 versus either Legacy or Ares because it's just more like I also saw Blade Runner at like when I was before I could drive teen kind of thing. So it's more of a to my taste type of movie and like I've been kind of comparing Tron to like, what am I getting out of this that I'm not getting out of Alien? Like, ooh, capitalism will drive companies to be too large and then they will act immorally. And if there's some sort of like outside sci-fi concept, what will that do?
Everything about Tron feels very surface level, I feel like. Almost every movie, it is surface level. It is very action-y.
This was Frankenstein, whereas Alien Earth was Peter Pan. And I don't know, I'm a little more tantalized by Peter Pan. Have you watched Alien Earth?
I haven't seen it yet.
Have you seen Alien Earth?
I have not.
Okay.
The season's done, right?
The season's done. It ends on a cliffhanger. It's not a spoiler to say, hey, go in knowing they made a season expecting they will get a second season, which is ironic from a guy known for making Fargo seasons that are self-contained.
Tron never fully commits to the bigger ideas that it presents.
Yeah, but it throws out jargon that really pissed me off. Like I wrote down
Yeah,
zero trust safe, free from lateral, vertical, or hybrid attacks. That means that east-west traffic and north-south traffic would be blocked by this zero trust. Like that should have just gone into some fucking identity tool or security tools advertisement right there. Just fuck you, idiot. Here's we know the kind of nerds that are in this movie. We're gonna sell you, and I won't mention any great security tools that are out there. And zero trust is a buzzword like AI, and it's just like that's when it's reeks of corporate like.
It's a spreadsheet movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Do we get AI? Got it. Zero trust? Got it. Light cycles? Got it. Jared Leto.
Yeah. For some reason, he's on the checklist. I don't know.
Apparently has something on Bob Iger. Like, I want some intrepid entertainment journalist to go to Bob Iger and go, so you just had Tron Legacy? Someone on, like, the next Disney investor call. Because, like, make them justify that, yeah, we worked with a Predator because it helps sell tickets at the parks. And we're squeezing those people for their money right now. I'm not going to get a Disney sponsorship this way, am I?
Yeah, no, definitely not. But I thought Leto led the charge for Tron Ares. That's why it got made. He's the executive producer.
As far as reading the fans, he was a big fan and someone who pushed to get the project done. So thanks, Jared Leto, for a 5 out of 10 Tron movie. I don't know. Like I don't think it helped the franchise. But
you won't listen to Michael Jackson are gonna say that bullshit, right? Okay. Come on. I'll take Beat It any day over a
Tron
lukewarm
Ares.
Tron movie, a series that is like.
What is it?
In sci-fi, like I don't know, Alien, Blade Runner, not just mention things Ridley Scott's involved with, but like like in terms of sci-fi things.
Yeah,
this has been covered.
It's always been a cult following. Like, even Legacy did okay. It did pretty well, but there was nothing to put it like in the actual cultural zeitgeist that the other sci-fi franchises have found a way to do.
Well, no, the music from, and I'm just burping right now to imitate Daft Punk and how I felt during Nine Inch Nails soundtrack tickling me. But like Daft Punk entered the zeitgeist at that time, and it has had permanence. It's had the permanence code.
Daft Punk was more famous before Tron than Tron has ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it that. Yeah.
I was surprised that when that movie was being announced that they were doing the music.
Hey, basically, we have the budget for 10 music videos. What if we just made a Tron movie? Bro. No, sorry. Cigar drops out of executive's
I would
mouth.
argue Legacy is a lot less of a music video movie. I would say Tron Ares is a music video movie because there's a lot of music and not a lot happening.
Tron Legacy is is like you get to do the vision of a music video movie of like the artistic one that doesn't make any sense, like doesn't match the music at all, but like I get to make something that like is kind of artistic.
Name one music video like that.
I don't fucking know. It's been I haven't watched music videos.
Did you know
in 20
MTV
years
is going
either.
down?
I saw that.
Yeah. Suck it. Now we get it at the movie theater from Disney. 9 Inch Nails.
But then Ares is like, yes, this is like the heavy metal soundtrack that's just gonna like hit me in the face with something different every half second.
Do you think I can walk around a Disney park just blasting Closer right now?
I mean, you can. You might get stopped, but you can.
No, I can't.
Why not?
I think there are obscenities in that song. I just want to put out there, have you seen the movie Past Lives? Go home, watch that with your wife. I think it's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, Greta Lee was underserviced in this movie. Not enough people have seen one of her best works. I didn't. Where do you think Evan Peterson's gonna end up?
Well,
Or,
he's like the master
Dillinger?
controller or something, right at the end.
Oh, the new
With something.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like
I learned a new woke term from this movie: climate vulnerable regions.
Is that woke?
It's funny to throw out the white woke term. You know, now that it's dead. White woke.
What is white woke?
Like white people still woke from black people, and like black people woke still exists and is an important concept for that community. Whereas white woke is like Karen's Karening, you know. That's not really nice. You should be more politically correct. Like fuck you.
I think to your point again, Kirk, about do I want a sequel? I don't really care about Dillinger, and I would love to see Cora because like I liked the idea, but I don't want more. I don't want any more.
He didn't
fucking
kiss her
Jared Leto.
so that you could fantasize about her. Like,
And that really weird chop pixie haircut she had.
Terrible haircut she had?
she's Cleopatra.
But like the only way I would care is to see more Cora or possibly Sam. I wouldn't want to see more Tron to see more of Ares and Dillinger.
Yeah.
What does
it's
Tron
totally-
even mean? I thought Tron was a guy.
Tron is a person, yeah. Tron is a
huge
person.
problem. Tron is a character in both of the first 2 films. He is the one that defends the grid. He fights for the users in the first movie.
Hodor!
In Legacy, he
fights.
he's friends with Flynn, and he's supposed to protect the grid from danger, whatever. And yeah, he doesn't exist in this film.
I should go back and just say Hodor, you know? I want to get that. Also, I made a joke about the Uyghurs earlier, and that's a religion, not a race. I want to get that off my chest.
All right. Well, Kevin, any last thoughts?
Yeah, Ares is watchable.
Say thanks, Jared Leto, again.
No. But as a Tron Legacy fan, I could do without it.
I wonder what Kevin Spacey thinks of Tron.
Who cares?
We'll get him and Weinstein
Yeah,
and
wow.
Jared Leto for the next podcast.
We're gonna get
Weinstein was
canceled.
found guilty. Kevin Spacey was not. Jared Leto hasn't been charged yet.
Guess we're not
That's
making
how
it yet,
that
too.
works. Want to tease your interview?
I mean, you don't have to. I could just cut it right here. Yeah.
Oh, sure. You can cut
Yeah,
a
like-
clip in. Keep this, please.
Yeah. We're going to get canceled if we don't make it a year, too, because we invite all these other people on this podcast that are problematic. All right, so thank you for watching this segment. Join us in the next segment as we interview Kevin.
Tron.
Have a nice one. Bye-bye.
There's going to be an international lightsaber competition held in the Twin Cities that I'm going to take my children
Yeah, we're
to.
going to crash that.
I'm definitely going to bring my kids to that.
It was something I really enjoyed it. We wore full armor, like a mask. I wore like hockey style shoulder pads because they're made out of PVC pipe and they're 1/4 inch thick inch diameter.
Well, you guys are slapping each other with PVC pipes?
Yeah, but essentially, yes.
Do they glow in the dark?
Yes. Well, I mean, they have lights in them, so they.
Yeah, just lightsaber.
Wait, so it's a clear PVC with a light in it?
Usually, you use either clear with cellophane on the inside, or you use kind of opaque. There's kind of a cream white color PVC pipe.
Thank you for listening. For more JK Productions, find us on Instagram at JK Productions Team and on Facebook, JK Productions MN.